thought. All right. When last we left you, Blue Hearts, you set your sights on finding some way to help your friend Roscoe win back his wife's heart. You devised a plan to pose as vile cats from the Cat Empire and attack Puzzleton, and thus trick Roscoe into thwarting you in order to win back his honor. Your plan seemed to go off without a hitch until the real Cat Empire attacked. After you joined forces to repel the threat of the Grey Nyan and the Elder Cats, you scouted the countryside for any Cat Empire soldiers. Instead, you learned from a panicked Sadie that Cat Empire spies had kidnapped Roscoe's pups and made off with them for their war camp. You raced toward the camp in order to save them from the terrible Emperor Cackle's clutches. So, that is where we pick up. You stand now on an autumn hill overlooking a great field, and below you, you see the sky-high cat towers of the Cat Empire. Below, in the war camp, training drums beat and soldiers yowl. Somewhere deep within the camp are Roscoe's children, as well as the vicious Emperor Cackle. Blue Hearts, what do you wish to do?
Shit.
Oh,
A wolf.
a wolf. That sure is a lot of. So why is it that your town is just a little village and the cats have this?
I don't know. I didn't think about it that way. I assume that they have nefarious resources.
Oh, I see.
Cats are vain.
They do tend to steal a lot of our toys.
That's unforgivable. Well, we certainly don't want to fight all of them.
Where's their leader? Can we
The
see
Emperor.
from here? Or, like, is there a particularly
Give
large...
me a perception check.
Okie dokie. So good at... Ah, fuck. Hold on. One sec. Ah, shit. Lost in the tabs.
Oh
Lost in the
god.
sauce.
We'll never see her again.
No, my tabs are much better now.
Uh-huh.
I made a bunch of organizational channels in my personal Discord
There's only
server.
200 instead of 747.
Why would you
Yes.
put them in your Discord server and instead of just fucking making bookmark
Do you
folders?
use Google Chrome?
Do
What
you
is your
know what
computer
my
doing?
bookmarks look like?
Yeah, I do.
They're a lot!
Put them in bookmark folders.
I have so many bookmark folders, my guy!
Sounds like you need some spring cleaning. Anyway,
Ugh.
Perception 22. Cecil, you gaze out at this war camp, and you do notice toward the center of the camp there is a cat tower that rises higher than all the other cat towers.
Like an actual cat tower.
Yeah, like an actual cat tower.
Oh my god.
And this one seems to have on the very highest plateau some sort of large regal-looking tent on it, like the imperial tent where the emperor might be staying.
Well, I pointed out we can make our way over there. We can give the leader a smack on the butt and send them running. Maybe the rest will run too.
Maybe.
That is a sound plan.
What's up?
I had an idea for something that could come in handy.
This is a tool that'll help us later?
Surprise tool that'll help us later. You know how cats really don't like water?
Oh no.
Yes?
We have something that could help with that. A jug of some sort, perhaps.
Oh no.
Are we just gonna whisper geyser into it? And
We can't just do it right off the bat, though.
Either that, or if we wanted to do something bigger scale, I don't know if Goff has any weather-related or water-related anything, but
Hmm.
it might be a good way to move through here without being seen if we can just make all the cats hide.
It might be. We'll want to avoid as much attention as possible. If we make ourselves known, it is possible that they will move the pups somewhere else. Jesus Christ, Mel.
That would be. Hmm. Cecil, do you have like a potion you can drink?
For what? What does that
Oh,
mean?
just, you know.
Are you alright? You look a little rough there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about something specific.
Well, I just looked at the board and saw you have 30 HP.
yeah, everyone's kind of a little roughed up.
Yeah, should we, like, maybe take a short rest up here while we talk about strategy?
Yeah.
I will.
Are we taking a short rest?
Tom is also saying, hold on.
Oh.
You know, I kind of hate that they are added that optional bard feature at level 2 to replace Song of Rest, which basically just does like one of the things that Valor Bard does. Like, I understand that they hate Valor Bard and don't want it to mean anything, but like,
Mm,
man.
sucks.
Anyways, I was looking that up because I was not sure if I wanted to just trade out Song
You
of
wouldn't
Rest because
trade
it's
out. I
kind of.
think that they are in addition to,
Thought it's.
aren't they? Optional class
I
features.
thought you were.
You gain class features in the player handbook when you reach certain levels in your class. An optional feature is an additional feature you can gain beyond these. So you just get these in addition to the stuff you already have if your DM says it's okay. You don't like pick and choose.
Oh. I thought they added it because Song of Rest is lame.
All right, everybody gets 28 hit points except for Mido and Ellen, because you
Yay.
are both fine. 28 hit points.
The
Hot
point.
points.
That includes tackle.
Yep.
All
I
right.
added it.
So in the meantime, are you all also taking a short rest while you plan?
I mean, if we're talking strategy, we might as well. Unless we are on a particular.
I don't. I mean, yes, I want to rush and get Roscoe's kids back, but I
But also,
don't
you.
want to do so foolhardy, and we should probably make sure we're healthy.
Alright. Do you think that they might be in the tallest cat tower, or do you think they'd be. I did. Give Roscoe 20 HP. Do we think they do we have okay. The Emperor Cackle is probably in the tallest tower. But we don't know where they would be keeping the the pups.
It
Do we?
might be a good place to start.
It could be a good place to start. Alan's gonna look out and see if there's like I don't know, like an obvious prisoner puppy.
I'd say from the current distance you're at, you're like, excuse me, you're on the kind of these hills on the outskirts of the forest overlooking these great fields. This is a very large war camp. There are hundreds of tents and towers and just as far as the eye can see stretching back to the horizon. And
Oh, that's a big boy camp.
it's a big boy camp. And from your perspective, it would be difficult for you to tell if you had any way of sort of amplifying your vision. It might be a little easier for you to scout. And of course, you can always get a closer look if you're brave enough.
Could I borrow the goggles for a second? They amplify vision by they magnify by like 1,000, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Herace, may I borrow the goggles for a second?
Sure. I'll
Alright,
hand them over.
Okay.
thank you. And she's gonna use the goggles, I guess.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you're searching for something specific. I'd say make an investigation check. I believe you get advantage using those
I
goggles.
do. I get advantage anyway
That
because
is true.
I don't require yeah, so I don't use one of the goggles charges.
Okay.
You just wanted to use them to look cool.
Well, no,
Well,
because I
they
had to,
have they can amplify your
like, to
vision
zoom
by.
in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 15 plus 16 is 31.
31. So you take out the goggles and you zoom in and just cast your vision across this camp. What you discover is that nearest the tallest tower, on the tallest tower that you've already discovered, you notice at the base of it there seems to be a network of what you estimate at first looks like a kind of arena fighting pit, and then on the outskirts of that look to be prisoner cells.
No!
And then
Oh.
beyond that, there's a bunch of training fields where Cat Empire soldiers are performing training marches and such.
Okay, so base of the tallest tower. That looks like a fighting pit. And then outside of that, there's like prisoner cells. And outside of that, there's a training ground for cat fighters, I suppose.
Yeah, they're like soldiers. They look
Cat
similar
soldiers.
to the cats you already fought. They got
So
little helmets on.
if I had to guess, they would be in those prisoner cells.
I mean, we can certainly start there.
Oh. Real quick, is there a body of water nearby? Like
You
a puddle
make
or
a
something?
perception. I'd say make a perception check first, just to see if you spot one with an eyesight.
Yeah. It's no big deal if not.
You look around. There is a snaking river that cuts through. You remember that there was a river that was circling around Pausleton itself, and then that same river cuts through the autumn woods, and then down into the fields. It's not really close to the camp itself. The river eventually empties out into a large lake.
Is it close to us?
No.
Okay, never mind then. Alright, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay. All right. So if you're taking a long rest, feel free to spend your hit dice,
Sure.
regain any resources that recover on a short rest. So I believe Roscoe gets all his key points back.
Let me roll Song of Rest. Everybody gets a rousing 2 more hit points.
Oh no.
A whole 2. God, you're right about Song of Rest. Holy
It's a
moly.
bad fucking skill.
He's at least.
Well, you're right about that second level magical inspiration feat. It's basically Valor Bard's ability.
I know. I don't like it. I mean, Valor Bards can still add it to AC, but
Does Valor Bard allow you to add it to hit points as well when you
no.
recover? Okay, so it overlaps in that it
But
allows
I
you to
feel
add
like
bardic inspiration to the damage you deal.
my point is more that I feel like out of all of the things that you can use a combat inspiration on, I think most people would add it to the damage.
Yeah, well, that is true. It might save you from a big hit if you use it on the
Also,
DC.
to be fair, wait, I'm rereading something. It says cast a spell that does damage.
Oh yeah, so
And
this is
then
specifically
combat
for magical
inspiration, you
spells.
have to make a roll.
Yeah, so combat
So I
inspiration
could
is only.
I could technically inspire Sissel, and she could add that to
Yeah.
like a fireball.
So actually, it doesn't overlap then because magical inspiration only affects spells, whereas yours can affect physical damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Tackle.
Feel free to roll for Roscoe too if you want to give him hit points.
Yeah.
There we
This is Roscoe.
Little
Yeah.
Roscoe. Look at him. What a good dog.
go. Love
Good
that dog.
boy.
Get a load of that dog.
And if he is a little bit of a deadbeat dad,
Yeah, he's kind of a dinkus, huh?
a little bit.
Wee bit. Let's just
We it. Okay. So you have the camp arrayed before you. You have some idea potentially where the pups might be. You're not quite sure where they are, but you do have a few landmarks to investigate within the camp, assuming that you can do so unnoticed.
So do we
Which-
want to try to do the thing with the water? Roscoe can maybe try to sniff them out. I assume dogs smell pretty different than cats.
That is true.
We'd have to get close before.
Dogs
Tom
have
said
really
to go
good sense of smell, right? So,
Yeah.
in fact, I would say that any roles related to tracking his pups would be with advantage, just because it would be a familiar scent.
Goff mentioned not having control weather prepared, so
Yeah.
might have to do some fashions.
Wait a minute. Looking at something.
The camp from the just to answer Tom.
Sure.
The camp is about I'd say I really am very bad at these kind of things, but I would say probably anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 feet away from the body of water.
I don't think I used any of my upper level spells. I had them marked from a previous fight, I think.
You used your 9th level to turn everybody into cats.
That's true, I sure did. Well, there goes my plan. I was gonna use Wish again to control weather, but I can't do that
All right.
today.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
To be cats.
Sacrifice.
Nyakra.
I mean, admittedly, it was very funny.
You gave those poor dogs a panic attack.
Well, we thought that it would be a good idea. It was not.
And then the Fire Nation showed up.
The Fire Nation attack.
Man, this is another situation where being able to turn into cats would be very good for us, huh?
How long does that last? Don't you have it active still, or did you cancel it?
I will look.
Animal Shape Boo lasts for 24 hours,
Oh
but it's
shit.
concentration.
Don't know if I concentrated on anything else.
You did Circle of Power, didn't you?
I sure did.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's dropped. That's sad.
I mean, Circle of Power did do work.
Yeah, it did.
Circle of
It
Power
usually
did do work.
does. Every fight is like, is this going to be a saving throw fight?
The answer is probably yes.
Yeah. What other things do cats not like?
Cucumbers.
You're the cat owner.
I'm
Cucumbers.
thinking, yeah, cucumbers.
Oh no! Just conjure a big cucumber.
Cucumbers when they're not aware of them.
Major illusion.
Conjure cucumber.
Don't like
We
Major
could make-
tinfoil.
major image of giant cucumber.
Major image, a giant cucumber. I mean, it's either that or we just try to become invisible maybe and sneak through, but they have very sharp senses probably. We could try both. We can always cheat and use etherealness, but I don't know if we have that.
Spells. Most of Sissel's
You,
loadout is.
Tom, I believe you used plane shift? Because you knew how to get here. I don't think Sissel did.
Yeah, I think it was Goff.
Yeah. Also, because it's a staff thing, Sissel can use plane ships many times as charges
Right.
allow.
There's charges, yeah.
Fucked up.
It's a good ass staff.
It's up to you. I mean, I already used my 9th level, making us into cats before anything got serious, so.
Because we kind of weren't expecting.
I wasn't expecting it to get this serious.
Most of
Nobody
my,
expects the cat nation to attack.
Nobody expects the cat inquisition. The Nyanish inquisition.
No.
Mm,
Most of my skill set is directed more at causing chaos, which would be great if we wanted a distraction, but that's a little bit risky.
That is pretty risky.
Hmm.
But if we
Well,
get caught, I have a.
take one more look through my spell book. I could just cast reverse grat. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god!
Oh, but
Reverse
You
cat
they always
ready.
land on their feet.
children.
Yeah, so you've just got perpetual spinning cats.
No.
Yeah, I don't really have. I mean, I can really morph several of us into cats, but we will have, a cat with brain score. Yes, we will have cat brain.
Cap.
Small, cat heart, large.
No. Verna, it's not possible.
I like the idea of Verna with the zoomies.
Zombies right now.
So, anybody feeling anything in particular?
I wonder if we could tackle out again. Well, they already know our faces. Oh. I'm thinking maybe invisibility might be our best bet. At least for now. If we get caught, I have maybe a failsafe.
We might also want to, I got distracted by something. We might also want to kind of what we did before, do something to stifle our scent, but not with perfume because that will just make it even more obvious that we're there.
Yeah. Guess roll around in the dirt? Just smell like the air. It'll be unpleasant, but
Yeah.
unless you have a better idea.
I think it's as good as we got.
Alright, invisibility and dirt. And dirt.
Okay.
Dead.
Sometimes the best plans are simple.
All right. So you're gonna roll around in the dirt first.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is gonna job around and roll around in the dirt like the dog.
Okay. Roscoe already happily does so, and just dives into one of them big mud puddles and rolls around. Okay, so I'm taking all of you are doing that, and then afterwards,
Yeah.
Sissy, you're gonna cast invisibility at some level.
Hey, question, actually. Visibility is on the staff. Can I cast it as a higher level? Or is it locked into that?
If it's on the staff, I believe it's whatever level is on the staff.
Well, thankfully, I also still have it as, like, a spell that Sissel has. It's just, she
Yeah.
just has that doubled for.
Yeah,
Just on the side.
typically item-based spells will tell you what level they're cast at if they're at a higher level than their default.
Okay. Sissel will cast invisibility. Not from the staff, just from herself.
Are you how many people are you invisibling?
You're gonna have to cast it at like 8th level to invisible everybody.
Yeah, because I can get the other half.
Alright. So how many, like, do you want to go halvesies?
What spell slot level would that be?
Hold on. Let me do some math very slowly.
It's a 2nd level spell, so if you are casting it to cover 4 people, it would be 5th level.
Okay. Work.
Okay, so we'll both cast at 5th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better than one person blowing their 8th level.
Yeah.
Or not even. It would be your 9th level.
Yeah,
Right?
I can't.
No. Yeah,
Can't
9th.
do that.
All right. Tackle it.
Pokeballed.
Oh, are
Is
you
he?
Pokeballing him? Then it would be
I think
even
so.
less. So if you're Pokeballing tackle, then one
Yeah.
person can cast at 5th and the other at 4th.
I'll cast it at 5th because I have
Okay. I
more
will
juice
give
to work
myself
with.
1 point back. All
Okay.
right.
How long does that last? An hour or so?
An hour.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
an hour.
Okay. So you are now invisible and all feeling very grody because you have made yourself very muddy and dirty. And you're hoping that that will keep your scent away from the cats. But we'll have to find out.
Oh boy, it's fine.
Yeah,
Goff
Goff actually
not
didn't
much
need to roll
changes.
around in
Yeah,
anything. His
nothing
top party
changes
smelled
with
like
Goff.
earth.
Goff just stands there and watches everybody.
Goff gives some pointers.
Yeah.
He just hands out pockets full of dirt and soil. Okay, so you are all now invisible and covered in dirt. Oh, is that the icon you're using to say that Tackle's in the Pokeball?
Yeah.
He's in jail. All right. You are now all invisible. None of you can see one another. How do you wish to proceed?
Yeah, maybe we should all like not like hold hands, but like I don't know.
Sissel tries to grab Hiraeth and grabs her face instead.
Mm!
Nope. Okay.
Maybe we should
Invisibility.
have held hands
I
before
was
we
going
went
to say
invisible.
I was going to say I'll grab Sissel's tail. I'm like, wait, is that weird?
Hmm.
Not all the time.
Yeah, it's only out when you're in avatar form, right?
Oh yeah. I thought he had a tail.
Not all the time.
She has wings.
She has
Yeah,
wings.
you just have wings.
Little wings.
I think even those can be tucked in and out, right?
Yeah.
I thought they were always out.
Um.
The wings
Yeah.
can be desummoned. She also
Oh,
has
okay.
them. You grab Sissel's cape.
Sure. I mean, I don't know shit about fuck.
All right. So are you all like forming a conga line here in order to keep track of
Sure. I
where
mean, a
everybody
very
is?
loose conga line that can, break apart if need be,
Your little daisy chain.
Okay.
Little a daisy chain as a treat.
All right. Um. You just hear some sniffing, invisible sniffing, as Roscoe is trying to detect. Roscoe can still smell all of you more or less because he's familiar with your
Because he's
sense.
a good boy.
Yep. So how do you want to proceed on this? How do you want to begin? So the camp itself starts with what appears to be just. It looks like they dug a trench around the encampment, and there's a bunch of like logs that are sticking out. They're not pointy because there is no violence in dog world, but it looks like they tried to form like a barricade around their encampment. You notice that there is like a general entrance to the camp itself. It seems to be heavily guarded by a variety of soldiers, and then from there, just the various soldier tents just sprawl out all around the various towers.
I think we were going for the kind of prison-looking area
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
The cell, yeah, the prisoner's cell looking spot.
Sure.
We should probably nudge
probably do
Roscoe
this
to
in
lead
the
us.
Sure. If you want Roscoe to lead you, he can do so. If he is going to lead, and be seeking out his pups. Have him do a survival check with advantage.
Survive.
I don't think he has
Kelsier.
very good survival, actually. I don't even know what his survival skill is.
Come on, Kelsier.
Oh,
He's fine.
wow. Kelsier.
It's a Mistborn thing.
I know. I know who Kelsier is. I read that
Oh,
book.
okay.
Survivor.
Church of Survivorism.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can't really see him, but it does appear that Roscoe locks onto a scent and begins furiously sniffing away as he tracks it deep into the camp. I need all of you at this point to give me stealth checks with advantage because you
Do
are
we
all
want to do pass
invisible.
without a trace
I
also?
would have
want to
wanted
do
to do
Paths
that
Without-
before we got invisible.
Yeah, we might
Yeah,
have to
because if
go without
Ellen
now.
does it now, she'll pop out of
Oh,
invisibility.
never mind. I'm sorry.
Just hoping.
I sure hope I don't fuck up.
You have
Oh wait, I was
advantage.
going to roll like real dice today and see if it's any better.
You were?
It'll probably be just as bad. Could be worse. That is it's a 19.
19, 15. I still need stealth checks from Verna, Mito, Roscoe. And I'm assuming Ellen already rolled a gigantic number.
I only rolled a 13.
Okay, 13 for Mito.
And Roscoe gets
One from Verna, please. Okay, 22 for Roscoe. Is that with advantage? Because you have advantage on the roll. Oh right. Okay, so just a normal roll for Verna.
The modular armor's weakness.
Oh no.
Well, you could get the modular armor in any version you want, but if you get it in plate armor, you still have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. So 15 for Verna. Okay. You carefully weave your way through the intricate barricades and patrol routes of the outskirts of the cat encampment. Making your way further deeper into the camp, you notice these very regimented lines of cats performing training exercises. You notice there is a like a canteen where a various number of cats are chowing down on some wet fancy feast. And beyond that, you notice they have siege weapons. You notice large catapults that have giant balls of yarn.
Catapults.
Catapults, yeah. And then beyond that, you discover that large arena pit. Roscoe, well, you can't really see him, so I'm assuming you're all holding on to one another still.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to do with a dog who only has fur, unless you give him a leash. You just
Oh my
Are-
god.
Hold
you-
on to his tail.
giving Roscoe walkies. Okay, so you try your best to keep within a sort of a single file line to not lose track of one another. Roscoe proceeds around the arena pit and toward where the jail cells are. It's dark here. It seems to be in the shadow of the largest tower. So everything underneath it is overshadowed by this massive tower, and that includes the prisoner pits, which are these basically like open cages that ring the arena. They're not kind of buttressed against anything. They're just these just open cages with bars on them.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check to see if you detect any creatures within.
Everybody?
Well, whoever you want. You want to have Roscoe do it? He's in front.
Maybe.
Yeah, we can have.
All right.
School. Where's purse?
Because he, at this point, seems to be losing the scent a little bit. Okay, perception, 25. Roscoe scans the prisoner cages with his keen canine eyesight. They are all empty.
Oh,
Hmm.
problem. What about the fighting pit?
I mean, you can see the fighting pit. It's a big open pit. There's nothing in it right now.
Nothing in it.
Tower then.
Into the Emperor's tent?
Guess so.
All right. So the tower itself consists of a series of plateaus, not necessarily designed for traditional just ascension. There aren't like ramps or anything. It's mostly just a plateau after plateau that you can leap to if you were a giant cat.
We can all fly.
You can, for the most part. I think a couple of you can't. I don't
Has
think.
the broom.
I can't, but I do have the broom, I think.
Okay. Okay. So, if you all have some sort of flying ability and can manage these plateaus, I'd say give me one more stealth check, because now we're in a sort of a different environment, as you're ascending a much more secure location.
Here we go.
12. Okay. 23, 23, 37 for, I'm
For
assuming
Ellen.
that's not.
Yeah, sorry.
And then Mido and Verna. And, ooh, natural 20 for Sissel. Okay, 8 for Verna. Okay. All right. Now that you are ascending the tower, carefully levitating platform by platform, you discover that each platform has its own series of challenges on them. There are numerous sentries that are and lookouts stationed on each of these platforms, as well as manned or catted. I don't
Cat?
know.
Catted.
Um,
Canted.
Siege weapons that look like they are ready to launch at any faraway assailants. You fortunately did such a great job of disguising your scent with the mud that you don't seem to draw any attention to yourselves. You carefully make your way up through these towers, level by level, tier by tier, eventually ascending to the very level right below the top, which sticks out a little bit wider than the rest. So you'd have to kind of like angle out and crest over the lip a little bit. You do hear commotion up there. It sounds like there's a number of figures, individuals up on the final platform. Also, what is everyone's passive perception?
Hi.
High.
Low.
21.
I believe I know that.
23.
16.
21 for both Ellen and Roscoe, actually.
I'd say that anybody who has a passive perception higher than 15 will notice this.
Me.
You hear commotion down below on the ground. You hear the entire camp seeming like it's going into full alert.
Oh.
and a number of waves of soldiers are all converging on this one location toward the front of the camp. And as you look toward that camp, you see a blur of golden fur that
Oh.
is just going absolutely apeshit on these cats. And you
Sadie?
realize it's Sadie,
Oh my god.
and she has the bloodlust.
Of course she does.
And you hear a Roscoe whimper a little bit, and she says, "Oh, when she gets the rage in her, we should hurry before she raises the whole camp."
Let's
Go then.
What did you say?
Well,
Sorry.
let's go then.
Okay.
How are we not the champion?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking also.
I mean,
Roscoe,
listen,
why did she never become the champion?
she wanted to have a home life.
Understandable.
She's very terrifying, though. You can see why I was scared of her. All right. So you crest up over the final lip of the tower, and you stand on the platform now, still fully invisible, of course. And before you is this royal red tent that is trimmed in gold finement, and it's dark within. You can't really see, for the sunlight of the day is obscuring your visibility into this tent, but you can at least tell that there are a number of figures within.
Can we maybe get close enough to like hear what's being said?
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Maybe it shouldn't be me.
Yeah, I can try to get in. Here we go. With advantage because I'm invisible still?
Yeah.
Okay. Much better.
You can't roll badly in stealth, Mel. Don't
I
trick
know,
me.
but I rolled a natural 2 and then a 14, so now it's 34 instead of just 30.
What is it like?
What is it like having good rolls?
I'm enjoying this until the next campaign.
Yeah, get ready. You won't get Avatar Stones in the next campaign.
I mean, I don't get I'm not gonna get what's it called? Reliable talent next campaign.
True. I know, it's gonna be great. All right. Okay. So Ellen, you creep closer to the tent. You can't really make it out. What you notice when you walk in toward this tent, and your eyesight, your dark vision adjusts. You notice that there seems to be a large throne that actually is turned away from you. So you can't see the person sitting in it, but this person seems to be speaking to 3 pups that you can very clearly see. One is a golden retriever pup, and the other 2 are German Shepherd pups. The golden retriever pup looks fairly kind of timid. Is got like the big puppy dog eyes, and is looking kind of scared of the whole situation. And then the 2 German shepherds. One is very stoic, much like Roscoe is. And the other one, which is the one you've met already, in the woods, has more of a rambunctious attitude. She seems to be chewing on this rawhide bone that she's been given, and she's like very energetic and active. You also notice that they are being flanked by a number of those elder casts that you fought, as well as the towering form, no longer with tentacles though, of the Grainyon. So they are all present in this tent. And the individual who's sitting in the throne is speaking to them very pleasantly. asking them if they are enjoying their treats, and saying that there will be more of those.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I am confused, but I guess I sneak back out and like report what I saw.
Mm,
Uh,
uh,
Roscoe, how many do you have? How many children do you have?
does he know?
Does he know?
I believe there were going to be 3.
Okay, so all 3 are there.
Well, that's good at least.
And the Grey Nyan is in there alongside another cat who gave them treats and bones and said that there are more treats for them. I am a little confused, I will admit.
That's
Hmm,
kind of weird.
it must be a trick.
I don't know if I trust that.
Probably not, but also, what is the angle here, do you think?
Keep them. Maybe he's got some sort of plan.
Maybe.
We want to do just charge in there and demand
Um,
antlers.
we could. We could pop in, reveal ourselves, and then. What do you think, Roscoe? The kids.
Hmm. Well, I believe it would do good to set a good example. And that means facing my foe honorably.
Hmm.
All right. Let's get in before Sadie. Before Sadie.
Poor Sadie.
Okay. Um, okay. So you all rush into the tent. You're not trying to stealth anymore at this point. What's
I
your plan?
guess
Are
not.
you? Are you not? I'm asking.
Ellen is, just because force of habit,
Just until we get into the tent.
but I guess
Well, if you're gonna try to stealth again, then I need stealth checks again.
Ellen will. I don't think
Cecil's gonna at least
Roscoe
try.
will. Oh, 36.
Okay.
Uh, would Roscoe be trying to be sneaky?
No, I think he is done with trying to be sneaky.
Okay. He will not roll stealth.
No, he's just gonna waltz right in there. Of course, he's still invisible, so he can't drop it. But
If you know,
Can you drop it selectively on someone?
I don't know. Actually, I don't think so.
I mean, he can technically like throw
What
a
if
little
he
puppy paw punch and uninvisible himself.
You're right. He could. Roscoe just walks by, punches one of the cats.
No! What if he just punched like the tent flap on his way in?
Sure. Okay. So you so is anybody else is stealthing?
I'll just
Ellen is.
stay stealth for now, but I'm going to watch Roscoe and be ready to back him up.
Okay.
Same.
I'd say that Roscoe probably as he's walking into the tent, he drives his paw down into the dirt and just punches the ground really hard, such that the tent actually vibrates from the impact.
Oh damn.
Damn.
And he immediately returns to visibility. And you hear his voice boom out, and he says, "Emperor Cackle, show yourself."
Oh,
Um, you all just continue remaining invisible while he's
For
doing
now,
this?
He's
yeah.
gonna pick a
Okay.
spot and just popcorn in the corner.
Okay. The figure in the throne starts to turn around. And this thunderous imperial voice booms out. And you hear this creature say, "So, at last the fabled champion of Poselton has returned. Have you come for your children?" And Roscoe says, "You know I have." And at this moment, you see the creature turn around and rise to its full height, and the shadow looms over the entirety of this space. And as the creature rises up to its full height and you get a good look at it, you realize that what you're looking at is a 10-foot high black displacer kitten with little stubby ears and toe beans.
Oh, a kitten.
It's a little kitten, and it's just it's a big
A
kitten.
big
Really
It's a
big kitten.
big kitten, and but nonetheless, it has this very powerful voice. And Emperor Cackle says, "Foolish dog, you are too late. They are mine now. I, the great Emperor Cackle, shall make them champions of the Cat Empire, and soon we shall overthrow you dogs and reign supreme." Do any of you want to respond to any of this while you're still stealthed?
I think, if anyone, Roscoe should.
Okay.
Sissel is going to. Actually, Sissel. Hold on. Read invisible. I don't know if I cast a spell, will it drop invisibility on everyone?
If you cast a spell, you're still holding concentration.
Okay. So, forgot what I was gonna say. Shit. Sissel's just gonna cast Prestidigitation. She's just kind of chilling in the corner. She sends off a couple of sparks and goes, "Are you sure?"
The Emperor looks toward you, this new arrival, and says, "Oh, you wish to challenge me, the great Emperor Cackle?"
You're walking towards me.
Yeah, basically. And he says, "Behold then my imperial might. And then you see him kind of like dart on the ground, and he says, "Hold on one moment." And he lunges on the ground toward what you discover is this giant mouse-shaped cat toy. And he starts batting it around between his paws. And as he does so, he continues. He says, "As I was saying, you dare face me, the great Emperor Cackle."
Oh, you're so scary. I
"I
think.
know, I am. I am quite intimidating."
No. You're pretty scary, but I still don't think you're a match for our champion.
I think Roscoe, in response to that, steps up and he says, "I only seek the return of my pups. I will not quarrel with you needlessly." And he looks toward the kids and says, "Children, are you harmed?" And the one German Shepherd, the one that you had already spoken to in the woods, speaks up, and she says, "Well, no, it's been fun. They let us eat cat food and munch on their tails, and then the emperor ups and says, 'We did not allow you to munch on our tails. We tried to stop you, and you did it anyway.'" And I think at that point, Roscoe stomps down with his paw, and he says, "Enough, Cackle. What will it take for you to release them?" And you watch as the emperor, with his six limbs starts to pace around the tent. And he says, I have it. A battle for the fate of Posselton and all the Autumn Fields between the Emperor of the Cat Empire and Posselton's champion. An honorable duel to settle all things. Do any of you respond to this in any way?
I just.
Should we let him fight alone?
Give me an insight check. Roll.
Insight, you say?
Yeah, Tom or God wants to roll an insight check.
Go insight check.
33. Emperor Cackle does not seem to be bullshitting. He seems I don't know who's writing that. He seems pretty intent on wanting to duel Roscoe.
I think it's Patty.
Yeah.
He moved over and over.
Yeah.
Oh
I saw.
no.
But yes, uh-oh.
Oh.
We lost somebody. Hello. But yes, it does not appear as if he is being dishonest, if that is what your anticipation was. You get the sense, Scoff, that things in Dog World work a little counter to logic and things you traditionally expect. The creatures here are just a little odd and mostly naive and innocent, even when they're fighting each other.
Does it look like Emperor Cackle just wants to have friends to play with?
He looks like he just wants to have a tussle.
Oh.
Okay.
I.
You know it's so fun. It's like when Falk and Red beat each other up, and then Falk was like, "I like Red."
I mean, you know that creatures can't die while they're in Dog World.
It's true.
So, all right. So, does anybody else react to this in any way, or is Roscoe just going to continue?
Sissel's for it. Sissel gives him a thumbs up.
Ellen just whispers into the earring, challenge him in the arena outside.
Roscoe says, "Very well, I accept, so long as you do not go back on your word." And the Emperor says, "Oh, I shall not. Now follow." And at that moment, the Emperor Cackle runs and scampers out of the tent. His entourage, the cats and the Grignon. Okay, yeah, if you want to heal Roscoe. But in the meantime, the Emperor's entourage as well as the pups follow, and they scamper down from the tower. So if you want to heal Roscoe before you all follow, Verna, Roscoe looks to you and says, "No, I will settle this one way or another." All right, 21 HP to Roscoe. Okay, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So as you all follow, you see Roscoe catch up to the Emperor and point toward the arena and say, "Why? How about here?" And the Emperor says, "Of course not. For such a momentous occasion, it should be somewhere more appropriate." And Roscoe looks back at those of you who are visible. Just kind of like gives you this uncertain look, like, should we continue?
Ask him where.
What did you say?
Ask him where.
Where are we going? He says, "It's not far. A beautiful spot on the outskirts of the camp." And Roscoe looks back at all of you again and is like, should we be doing this? I mean, he's uncertain, and he's looking to all of you for guidance.
This'll just goes, "You can do it. Believe in you."
Thumbs up. Invisible thumbs up.
Okay.
I'm following Roscoe.
I think at this point, Goff is also visible because he cast a
Oh yeah.
Yo.
spell. So I think at this point, the only ones who are invisible are the fighters and Ellen and Heraith.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Is that about right? Okay. All right. So if you continue to follow, the Emperor guides your party out of the camp toward the outskirts of the forest. And he leads you into this beautiful, great open field that is filled with these waving white flowers. And he turns to Roscoe and he says, "Here, hero, this is where we will make an end of it. To battle, and a settling of all accounts. The fate of Posleton and the fate of the Cat Empire, two halves intertwined since antiquity." And he turns to face Roscoe. So, let me.
Boy, oh boy.
So it's just going to be Roscoe. The rest of you are on, at least on the outskirts right now.
Mhm.
And
I'm ready to intervene if I must. God.
just a big boy.
What a
As you all
baby.
come to this field, you feel the positive energies of Posleton flowing all around you. And you realize that, yes, this is the end of Metal Gear Solid 3. Thank you,
Yes,
Tom.
it
Someone
is.
noticed.
I noticed, Falk. I was just, wow, are we really going to do the boss fight right
This is
now?
the beginning.
So, as you are standing here, you realize that though Roscoe has challenged Emperor Cackle to a duel, he is not truly fighting alone, for he has the strength and spirit of his friends at his side.
Aww.
And what that means mechanically, if you look under, I'm going to make this visible for everybody in a second. But if you look under Roscoe in the personal items list, there's a new
Oh.
handout.
Oh.
Roscoe's dual mechanics.
Oh shit.
Man, this is like fucking Crisis Core. Roscoe has the roulette
the
wheel spinning in
power
his
of
head.
The
He's thinking about his
DMW.
friends. So basically, in a nutshell, the way this will work is that in addition to Roscoe's regular actions every round, you can choose two features from this list. You can have basically like so you choose two features. They have to be from different blue hearts. So for example, you pick one from Goff, one from Heraith as an example. They can't be from the same person. He gains the benefits of what you choose in addition to his regular action for that round. Once you use an ability, you it's on a cooldown basically for 2 rounds. And you also get ultimates, which you use once per combat, as part of a feature. So basically, this is more of like a strategy thing to give Roscoe a leg up in this fight. So let me know if there are any questions.
Yeah.
Did you see Ellen's?
Yes.
Did you see Cecil's?
Yes, I did. Fucked up.
Yeah. So basically, at the start of each round, you'll choose 2 of these features to apply to Roscoe, so he gets that benefit.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
None at the moment.
It might be necessary. I can maybe try doing something like we can try like writing on the screen or something just to make it easier to keep track of. Like maybe do something like I'm assuming that this fight's not going to go all over the arena, so I can do something like put a big square in the top right, and people can use the text editor to write in it and just make sure that they know what's on cooldown, what's not. I can also try to keep track if you'd rather I do that. I'll pull up a notepad and write stuff down.
Got it.
I'm gonna
Don't
put
worry.
up a little
I took
sticky
care of
note.
it.
Thanks, Lauren.
You're welcome.
Right. So, if there aren't any questions, I need someone to roll initiative for Roscoe.
Ooh. Oh. Let's go. Oh.
Nice. Roscoe or Emperor Cackle. Okay. Okay. Is everybody ready then?
Yeah.
Hit me.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. So, as Roscoe steps into the flower field and faces down the towering Emperor Cackle, I need you to pick 2 features from the list to start the round. So, which ones do you want to choose?
Is it only one of us, or?
You can discuss it. No, I mean, like it's not like Goth is choosing to use a power. It's like you're discussing collectively who's gonna buff Roscoe this round, basically. It's
I
like
will say
think
that
like RPG
Ellen's
mechanics.
insight is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Would be a good way to start it. That's
I think that
Ellen.
would be a good idea.
We get two feature, two
Yes.
blue hearts.
And then they go on
per
cooldown
round.
for 2 rounds.
Okay. Box.
Oh. I think if you hold down Alt, it won't snap to a grid. I think it's Patrick who's trying to do it. Yeah. Okay, so it's got everybody on there. Yeah. All right. Okay. So which ones are you choosing? You're doing Ellen's Insight and which one else?
Yeah, either action surge or inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So starting at the top of the round, then with the insight, you'll eventually apply that damage when Roscoe attacks. But as far as the Emperor's current hit point value and remaining legendary resistances, he currently has 1,500 hit points. He has 3 legendary resistances. His next planned attack, he seems like he's intending to go in for a multi-attack.
Hmm.
Okay.
Do we still want to go in? Yeah, I think we should try to maximize damage from the insight.
Okay. So with that done, it is going to be the Emperor's turn. He is going to rush in and do a multi-attack on Roscoe. This will include 2 paw swipes and 2 tentacle strikes. So the paw swipe, number 1, is pretty high because I rolled a natural 18. So that is 31 to hit.
That hits.
Second paw swipe is a natural 1. The first tentacle is a total of 17.
Miss.
So that misses. And then the final one is a natural 20.
Okay.
So first paw strike deals 9 points of slashing damage. And then the tentacle that strikes does an additional 8 points of bludgeoning with 5 points of poison, and I need Roscoe to make a Constitution save.
Oh.
He just saves, so he is not poisoned.
Ooh.
Good.
All right, it is Roscoe's turn.
Okay. Ellen's Insight.
That's right, he can't. Well, you think that, but this is special poison. Shh. I forgot that monks can't be poisoned. Shush.
Okay, so whose thing are we doing? This is it Mito or her?
So my understanding was the Ellen one and the Mito action surge. So he gets an additional action, and additionally, any attack that hits gets an additional plus 10 to damage. So if you want to roll those attacks, you're more than welcome to. That hits 17 points, 27 actually. That also hits for 21. That misses. That just hits 22. And he has one more attack. Hello? Mel?
Oh, no, and then he gets his bonus action, 3 more attacks, right?
Well, someone rolled 4 times already.
Yeah, no, that's the action and then the action surge.
Oh, okay, and then he gets... Okay, yep, you're right.
And also
Sorry.
he's gonna start the vibrations.
Okay, vibration started.
hang on. Let me. Key points. That's 4 key points.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And he
1.
gets. Okay. That
Two.
hits for 27, and then that one
Misses.
misses, and then
And
that one just
3.
hits for 19. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that's going to be his turn. Starting the vibration, so we'll put a little vibration icon there. Top of the round, what are the abilities that you're gonna have him use?
What are we thinking?
Huh.
We have Mido 1 and Ellen 2 on cooldown.
His intent, Verna, the last attack, his last intent at the top of last round was to use a multi-attack, which he did. All right. So, what do you want him to do this round? What bonuses do you want to give him?
If we want to keep.
We could try to do like one defensive and one offensive one.
Yeah.
We could do that.
So, what do we got?
Defensive, we have Mido 2, we have Heraith 2, we have Goff 2, and.
Ultimate actions are like all of these abilities are in addition to Roscoe's full turn.
You know how Crisis Core paused time so that we can fly.
Yeah. So like I know what you're probably asking. Like as an example, the Verna one that will be in addition to his regular multi attack. So it's a lot of damage. It uses one of the slots. So you would choose to use an ultimate that round in it instead of another feature.
Okay.
All right. So which ones do you want to use?
We're thinking of using an ult or still offensive?
One offensive, one defensive. I think is a good call. The defensive ones are Heraith Circuit of Power, Mido Eldritch Ward, and
Dragon
Sister
Scales.
Dragon Scales. Offensive and Goth Sanctuary. Sorry, missed that. These offensive are Inspiration, Heraith, Action Churches on cooldown, Martial Magic System.
You're fading in and out. It's kind of hard to hear you.
Sorry. But yeah, defensive Goth Sanctuary, Heraith Circle of Power, Mito Eldritch Ward, Sissel Dragon Scales. Offensive would be Heraith's Inspiration.
Also, Ellen Uncanny Dodge, but
also Ellen's Uncanny Dodge.
And Verna's got a situational cleanse ability.
That's a situational cleanse, and I guess healing is also, but that's more.
Yeah, healing's also
healing.
situational depending on like how beat up he looks.
But other than that, there is that's what we have defensively. Offensively, what we have is Inspiration from Heraith, Mido's Action Surge, which is on cooldown, Sissel's Martial Magic, Ellen's Insight, which is on cooldown, and Vernus Smite. We have more offensive than defensive, but we can How do smite spells work?
So they just add on to the end of an attack, and depending on which one you use, they might have different abilities. So like the basic divine smite that a paladin can do is just additional radiant damage, but you do have things like, for example, blinding smite, which in addition to doing damage can force a con save or be blinded, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So just go into 5e tools, search for the word smite, and you'll see a bunch of spells.
How familiar are you with smite, Bren? Patty, I mean.
Yeah. Like, you can use anything that has a smite, so... although... banishing smite would be kind of silly.
Yeah, this is a duel. That would be weird.
Okay, so which ones are you going to use, do you think?
Sissel's +6 AC and the smite.
Yeah, that sounds
So
good.
dragon scales is
Okay.
Sissel.
Dragon scales.
Oh god damn it! Sorry.
Who? The Emperor? Oh, Roscoe. Roscoe has
Okay.
2 attacks up front, and then if he uses his bonus action to make an unarmed strike, he can attack 3 more times.
Okay, there. Okay, I've updated it. So dragon scales is a +6 to AC, and Vernus smite.
Alright, so if Verna wants to choose which smites, we'll apply that to Roscoe. And what's Roscoe's AC at this point? It's like
His normal AC is 22, so +6 is 28.
28. Alright. Okay, so then at that point, the Emperor is going to go, because it's his turn. First attack is a 26 to hit. That misses because of the +6 AC.
Mm-hmm.
Second attack is a 29. So that does hit. Third is another 26. So again,
Nice.
because of that AC, you got a good choice on that one.
Yeah.
The final tentacle misses. So only one that hit that time. So the one paw swipe that he suffered, it's full damage. So that's 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
All right. Then it brings us to Roscoe's turn. Okay, so you're saying staggering, blinding, searing, thunderous, and then wrathful as far as what to apply to each of his attacks. So we'll do it in that order. Depending on which ones hit, we'll go through that list. So make the first roll to attack,
Yeah.
and if that hits, we'll do a staggering, and so on and so forth. And he also has the vibration still. That misses. And that also misses.
Oh.
3 more attacks. That hits, so that's a natural 20, so that's going to be a crit for max damage, which means that is actually
17.
21 points from that, and then a staggering smite. So staggering smite is an additional 4d6 psychic, so that'll be 24 plus 4d6, and he has to make a wisdom save afterward. So roll 4d6 for me, and add 24. Oof, 36 points. And he has the Emperor has to make a wisdom save. What's the DC? I guess it would be Roscoe's DC.
Roscoe's DC, I believe, is 20.
Okay. Rolled a 22. So he is not affected by that. Okay, so that was the third attack. Fourth one. Fourth one will be a blinding if it hits. That misses. Oh, that misses too. He's rolling low. These were all like single digit.
Okay.
Okay. At the end of Roscoe's turn, he's going to use a legendary action just to give a little cheeky paw swipe. That doesn't hit because of the AC, so it's a good choice all around on that AC that blocked like 4 attacks. All right, top of the round. Wide abilities.
Okay. Might. Oh.
You also didn't end the vibrations. I don't know if you wanted to or not.
Uh,
But that uses an action
no,
to end
that
them.
uses an action.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me. Okay. Mito 1 and Helen 2 are off cooldown.
Yeah, but they can't be used this round.
Yeah. Will be off cooldown.
Yep.
So, do you want to keep going with 1 offensive, 1 defensive?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have
As far as defensive right now, you have Sanctuary, Circle of Power, Eldritch Ward, Uncanny Dodge. And for offensive, you've got Inspiration, Martial Magic, and that's it.
Dark Sanctuary, I think could be good. Yeah. Do we want to do Heroic Inspiration?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Goff and Heroic 1, cooldown 2. God damn it.
Okay, so you're using Sanctuary and Inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay, so Roscoe gets advantage on all attacks, and all attacks against him have disadvantage this round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Top of the round, the Emperor is going to back up a little bit, and you see him heft, as part of his multi-attack, he hefts what looks to be a red ball of yarn in one of his tentacles, and he chucks it at Roscoe
Oh my god.
with disadvantage. Misses. Because of the disadvantage. He would have hit it otherwise. I think he is going to try tossing another one with his second multi-attack. With disadvantage, that is a total of 28 to hit. So that does hit this time.
That does hit. But also, since Tackle moved out of Roscoe's range.
Yeah, he can make a opportunity.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
With
If that
advantage.
hits.
Yeah.
All right. So the one that hit, this ball of yarn opens up and wraps around Roscoe, and Roscoe is currently restrained. He also takes 10 points of force damage. And then the Emperor is going to finish that up with 2 thwaps from his tentacles, which he can reach from there because it has a 15-foot range. And since Roscoe is restrained, that cancels out the disadvantage, so it's going to be straight rolls. The first is a 20 to hit, so I think that misses. And then the second is a natural 19 plus, so 32. So that one hits. So Roscoe takes 15 points of bludgeoning, an additional 8 points of magical cat poison that still affects him because I didn't totally forget that monks are immune to poison. Shush. All right, it is Roscoe's turn. He is currently restrained by red yarn. How do you want to handle this?
Ooh.
And Emperor is out of his reach.
Do we want to try to pop him out?
It'll take an action to break the DC.
I think that. Oh, that was her Wraith's inspiration. Never mind. Oh, that's only on attacks too. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Well, Circle of Power gives advantage on saving throws, but that's not active right now.
I think what we can do right now is use his action to pop the vibrations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. He needs to roll a con save.
On save 20.
What's the DC?
20.
20. Okay. Where's his con mod? All right, so that is a 22, so he saved. So he
only
rolled
takes
10d10.
10d10.
Ooh, 51. All right. So the Emperor struggles a little bit as, like, instead of, like, blood flying out of every orifice, because this is a nice world, I think the Emperor just feels it has a tummy ache and hawks up a little hairball.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh.
All right, so he no longer has that on him. Okay, top of the round. Those two abilities have gone off cooldown, so those are free to use again. The action surge and the Ellen ability.
Yes.
I will say what I think we should do if we
Mhm.
just want to go whole hog.
He's still
It
currently restrained.
Oh, well, we can once we get out of that though. But is the ultimate one of the slots or is
It
it an
is.
addition already?
It is one
Okay.
of the slots. You can use 2 ultimates at once if you want to do that.
How do
I just
we go
think
whole hog?
exploit, weakness, and action surge will do a lot of damage.
Ooh. Yeah.
He has to get within range though, and he's currently restrained.
Yeah, I know. I was just yeah.
Let's go with the left
Let's get him
first.
out of.
For now,
Let's get him out of this. Yeah. Let's go
how do
down.
we feel about Circle of Power? And Circle of Power for the defensive because he does need to get out.
Well, he can also just use cleanse and get out immediately.
Can. Yeah, how do we feel? Okay, cleanse for defense. What do we want for offense? Martial magic? Oh. Oh no, martial magic won't help us because that's successful attacks do a damaging cantrip and cleanse. Actually, no, cleanse would just give him his actions.
His action
wouldn't it?
back. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Cleanse and attack. Okay, Han, let me update. Cleanse. And Sissel 2.
All right. Wait. Why is Goff 1 on cooldown? You didn't use his heal.
Oh no, we use Sanctuary. Whoop!
There's a lot of 3s, 2s, and 1s now. I feel like
Yeah, no. Sissel 1 and And
But
for
you have
no-
3210, which I'm
yeah,
very
no,
confused
3
on
is
what's going on.
now. We are using it now. 2 is we used it last turn. 1 is we used it 2 turns ago and it will come off cooldown.
Then
And
what's 0?
0 is it's off cooldown.
Okay, so then
But I don't want to delete it.
okay, fair enough. Okay, so cleanse will immediately take effect and remove the restraint from Roscoe, so he no longer will suffer. He will no longer have advantage on all. Emperor Cackle won't have advantage on attacks against him this round. Basically, is what I'm saying. Okay. Let's see. All right. The Emperor is going to kind of move over this way a little bit. And he's going to try to chuck another yarn ball, his last one, at Roscoe. That is a... what is Roscoe's AC?
22.
21. Shit. Okay,
Yes!
so it misses. That was his last use of the yarn ball. So he can't restrain Roscoe anymore. But he still has 3 more attacks, so he's going to rush in, slap him with a paw, and then do 2 tentacle attacks. So the paw is a 24 to hit.
Mhm.
And then the tentacle 1 is 31 to hit, and tentacle 2 is also 31 to hit.
Okay.
So, paw is 13 points of slashing.
Mhm.
And then tentacle 1 is 12 points of slashing, 6 points of cat poison, and then the second tentacle is 16 points of bludgeoning with 3 points of cat poison. It's just damage. Roscoe has to roll actually 2 con saves.
He's immune to poison.
I know, but this is special magical dog world cat poison that doesn't obey the rules. Shut up. Fine and fine.
Just want to say I really love the phrase "dog world cat poison." It's got a real,
Yeah.
it's got an energy to it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not poison. It's the fucking that stuff that it's cat brain, whatever that stuff is. The parasite. No, we won't do that actually. Okay, so that was the Emperor's turn. It is Roscoe's turn. He has he's doing martial magic on all his attacks.
Let's go.
Okay, which cantrips are you using?
Oh
by the
yeah,
way?
that's a good question. Sissel.
That misses, by the way.
Oh wait, no. Oh no! Red went to get food.
Red just spoke.
I
Oh,
just
did
said
she?
something. What?
Oh, martial magic. What cantrips?
Let's get some fucking support fire firebolt.
Okay. Yep. So each one that hits, add another 4d10 fire damage to it.
Okay.
So if
2.
they hit, nope,
Buddy. 3.
that hits.
4.
So nope,
And 5.
no.
Oh,
Wow.
buddy.
Well, you can roll 1 additional 4d10. Yep. Okay. 16 points a day.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. Top of the round. Which ones do you want to use?
Okay. We definitely need some healing. I think. Or how is everyone feeling about it actually? Just
He's got some hurt.
he's got some hurt. Healing
might-
power?
Want to heal?
Mm-hmm.
I think heal and then go balls to the wall.
Okay. Heal. What heal.
Healing power. Okay.
A second defensive one.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
How do we feel about Eldritch Ward? I think that's the
That's
Eldritch Ward or
resistance on all
Uncanny
damage.
Dodge.
Depends. You don't really know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
If he does one big attack, Uncanny Dodge could be a lifesaver.
Flip a coin. We don't know what he's gonna do.
I'm actually gonna roll a dice to determine what he's gonna do. All right. What do you want him to do?
No.
Well,
Sorry, I'm updating cooldown list.
okay.
Well, he should heal
Um,
first.
Heal. So I updated that with
Perfect.
cooldown 3 at least. And then the second one, if we want a second defensive one, so he's in prime destruction form. What do we want? Our last two remaining are Eldritch Ward, which is resistance to all damage, and Uncanny Dodge, which is ignore all damage
From one attack.
from one attack. So far, Cackle has been using multi attacks,
Yeah.
but we don't know if
Don't know if he's
there
got something up his sleeve.
exists one big boy hit.
One big hitty. You know, it's a monster I made. You know, there's probably one big hitty. You just don't know when it's gonna be.
Sure. It'll at least nullify one attack. That's fair. So that's LN1, cooldown 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sure to do 6d10 healing.
Tom, do you want to roll that, or do we?
I mean, it doesn't matter who rolls it, but
Okay.
yeah, if you wanna, doesn't matter
I
to me.
know it's Tom's. It's
Yeah.
Tom's flavor.
Mm. 45 health. That's a really good roll.
Okay.
So 45 health back to Roscoe.
Mhm.
Keep in mind, Roscoe also still has his big boy heal, his open hand monk heal,
He does.
which will give him back like 3 times his monk level. But I think that's an action to use. All right, so that was the heal. Now it's Emperor Cackle's turn. Let's see what he's gonna do. I'm gonna roll a d6. If it's 1 through 3, he'll do one thing. If it's 4 through 6, he'll do the other. Okay. He's gonna multi-attack again. So he's gonna go for a swipe, 2 swipes and 2 tentacles. The first hit is a 27 with a paw.
Mhm.
That's gonna be instantly missed. So the uncanny dodge takes effect. He doesn't take any damage from it. The second one is a 18 to hit that misses.
Miss.
Third is a natural 19, so that will hit. And then the final tentacle is a Oh, it got cocked. Hold on a second. Final Tentacle is a 15 to hit, so that misses.
Miss.
So only one paw hit, I believe. Which. No, it was a tentacle that hit. So that's going to be 13 bludgeoning, and an additional 6 on top of that. So 19 total, and he has to make a con save.
Constitution.
Oh, that's a failure.
Oh,
So
buddy.
Roscoe is infected with just how charming of a wonderful cat Emperor Cackle is, and he has disadvantage on attack rolls
No.
until he cures whatever tackle or Cackle has done to him.
Tussle just shouts, "Don't fall prey to those fluffy beans!"
But it is Roscoe's turn.
What? What was the second one we used? Oh
You
yeah,
used
we did.
the Uncanny Dodge, so they were both
Okay.
2 defensives.
Okay.
Yeah, he has to do a saving throw, another con save at the end of his turn.
At the end of this turn?
At the end of his starting next round, at the
His-
end of his turn, he will have
Okay.
he can roll a con save. He doesn't lose his turn, so he can.
Okay, he can still attack.
It'll
One.
just be with disadvantage. That does hit though.
Oh. And actually, now that I remember it, I would like to use his special juice.
Sure.
The
4d10,
4010.
and then he has to make a
Hans.
subtract a key because
I
that
did.
is a stunning strike. And then the Emperor needs to make a Constitution save. That's a failure. He is going to use a legendary resistance to succeed. So he takes an additional 14 points of lightning.
Okay. And then 2.
Oh, yep, that hits for sure. So that's going to be 21 points from that.
And
Then if you want to use your bonus
3,
to flurry, that misses.
4,
That hits.
5.
Yeah. That misses. Well, it's not bad.
Oh wait, no. I
What?
was like, I subtracted the. I saw the damage and subtracted from Roscoe's.
Oh no.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Top of the round. What are you gonna have him do? Is it big mode?
Do we want to go big mode?
Oh, big mode.
He's.
Well,
Oh, you want to roll another con save for me, please?
oh yeah. Con save.
Oh. Actually, no, it doesn't. No, if you had advantage, you would have. All right.
Okay. Updated the list so we can look. Okay. Yeah, Circle of Power and Dragon Scales can help.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is
That's
hit
plus
2.
plus 6 AC, and then advantage on saving throws for 1 round.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You see Emperor Cackle open his mouth, and this horrible stench emits as he unleashes his fish breath. I need Roscoe to make a con save for me, please.
No, not the fish
Oh,
breath.
He has advantage.
he does have advantage.
That is a save. So he takes half damage. So he takes 28 points of acid damage.
Oh. Wait, no, if he's saved, he takes nothing.
You're right. He doesn't. So he takes no damage. Yep. So no damage that round. That brings us to Roscoe's turn.
Well, here we go, hitting again. 1.
That hits.
Should he be using his stunning strikes, guys?
If he isn't using his key for anything else, I don't know why not.
He's using his key for the bonus actions mostly.
Yeah.
He has 12 more.
We can. My ultimate also replenishes all of his key and like doubles how many he has. So don't
So yeah.
don't worry about spending all of his key.
Basically, as soon as you get low, you can use Herate's power, and it immediately jumps back, and he has like 36.
Should we go for the stunning strike?
I think we should.
Stunning strike. -1 key.
Okay. So he needs to roll a con save.
Con save 20.
Oh, that's another failure. He's going to use burn a second legendary resistance.
Again.
That
Again.
misses.
Okay.
He still has disadvantage on all these attacks, keep in mind. That misses.
Wait.
Miss.
Oh, disadvantage. I was like a
Miss.
natural.
Oof. Yeah, he missed all of those. But you can roll a con save. He has advantage on it because of the circle of power.
Come on. Come on.
Okay.
No. Nope.
Oh no, buddy.
Why is Roscoe rolling so poorly?
Wow, a 2 and a 3. Those are my kinds of rolls.
I guess Mel's dice rolling luck isn't infallible. What's happening here?
Cause he's playing Roscoe, not Ellen.
That's true. All right. Top of the round. What do you want him to do?
What do we want him to do?
I will say he would have.
Hang on. Let me edit.
Is your cleanse up? No, I think it's gonna be up in one round.
No, it's up.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Okay. Do we? Yeah, we can use the cleanse.
Yep.
Oh, healing power is up next. But what do we want to use?
You still have. Yeah.
What is the other thing we want to use? We could do sanctuary.
Yeah,
No,
you
we
need
did
this.
sanctuary and inspiration
Yeah.
because advantage disadvantage combo. I remember. Okay.
All right. Is that what you want to do?
Yep.
You haven't used any ults yet because you're waiting for like the perfect opportunity when Roscoe doesn't have debuffs on him. It's like when you're trying to power up a big attack and you have like the morbal paralysis on you, so it keeps interrupting you.
Yeah. When you're trying to limit break.
Yeah. Okay, what are you using beside so cleanse and
The 2 threes. Verno cleanse and
okay. All right. So
sanctuary.
So Roscoe is cleansed. He no longer has disadvantage on attacks, and the Emperor is going to attack with disadvantage. Since he's used all his big attacks and they didn't do any damage, so now he just is resorting to multi attacks. So disadvantage. First misses with a total of 17. Second one misses with a total of a 19. Third one 22 exactly.
Oh, that hits.
So I think that hits. And the final one with disadvantage is 17. So only one hits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So tackle takes a total. I'll just give you the total number. 17 points of damage.
Okay.
And I need a con save from him, please.
But he's still con save. He's still poisoned. Oh no.
He's not poisoned
He's-
anymore.
oh,
But
God.
he might be again. No, he's not this time.
Okay.
All right.
I forgot about the Verna cleanse.
It is his turn, however, so he can attack.
Okay. 1.
Yep.
Do we want to do another punch?
Stunning strike?
How are we feeling about it, lads? Yes, Verna says yes. Let's do it.
All right.
DC
Stunning
20.
strike.
Go.
That is a failure, so that's going to burn all the last legendary resistance. That hits.
Stunning strike.
Okay. It's a fucking failure. It's done.
God.
Okay. 3,
That hits.
4,
Oh, that hits.
and 5.
Let me just do some math real quick. And that last one hits as well. Damn, Roscoe.
Okay.
All right. Top of the round. Which one's he using? Emperor Cackle is stunned, so Roscoe's going to have advantage on all attacks against him.
Who's else?
God. The hurdy ones.
The hurdy ones. Hey, actually, hang on. Let me quickly.
My toes is pretty fucked up. Have we used that yet?
Mine is.
All of his attacks deal double damage and can crit on a 16 through 20.
Yeah, you have a 25% chance to crit.
Do we want it? Hey,
If we
question.
do that with
Exploit weakness.
Yeah.
Exploit weakness.
Exploit
well,
weakness.
also consider if you do that plus mine inspiration where he has advantage, like
He
that
already
is
has
a very...
advantage 'cause
Oh,
He already has
Oh,
advantage because
Emperor
okay.
Cackle is stunned.
Cackle's stunned.
Yeah, do Eldritch Eruption plus exploit weakness and just going crazy. This is gonna be
Okay.
disgusting.
God.
If these all hit, holy shit, you're just gonna
You're gonna nuke this
will it
cat.
blend.
Okay.
Do you want to use both of those? Eldritch Eruption and Exploit Weakness?
Yep.
Oh boy. Okay. When all the raid buffs align. Alright. Roll those attacks.
Hang on, let me just quickly.
So keep in mind it'll double the damage before the crit. Which means I believe that I don't think it matters either way. I think it's probably the same amount of damage if you double it before or after the crit.
Mhm.
But
hang on. Where's the? Oh, here. And he has advantage.
he has
1.
advantage on all attacks. Whoa! Yep. Okay, so I'm just before we go any further, I'm gonna keep track of the crits. So first one is a crit. So that's gonna be 23 plus 9. Do your 96 on that?
Yeah. Wait, does the 96 crit?
Yes. So that's 36 plus 54
Mm-hmm.
plus
Plus
23.
17 plus 6. Yeah.
Doubled. 226 damage on the first hit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, next attack.
2. I edited it so it crits on a 16.
Oh my god. Okay, yep. So that's another one. Roll another 96. God. All right, let me do the math on this one. So that's 32. Okay, hold on. 32 times 2 is 64 plus 54.
Oh, and
And
because
then-
we can, stunning strike.
Yeah, let me finish doing math. So the other one is, so then the actual main strike is 17 times 2 is 18. All right. Yeah, Roscoe is disgusting right now.
We've got trick attack up. We've got.
Okay, so that's another 210.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right.
con
So
save.
stunning strike. So he has
Con
to
save
roll.
DC 20.
He saves this time.
Oh. Anyway, 3.
God. Yep. 96 for me, please.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I just realized I've been doubling it after the crit, so it should be before the crit. Let me do some math real quick because I'm gonna have to give him some HP back. Plus, sorry, math is hard. So 96, double that, and then add the crit bonus. And then for the regular strike, that's okay. Sorry. Another 41 on top of that. Okay. Okay. Next.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so just a regular strike. Didn't crit on that one, but 96, please.
Oh.
So that was 34 on the punch because
And another stunning strike because.
And then 18 times 2 is 36. Okay. And then another stunning strike. He saved.
Fine.
One more attack. Okay. That misses, actually.
Okay.
But you managed to do nearly 1,000 damage. Maybe like 700 or 800 damage. Okay. So that was your turn. Top of the round again. Which ones do you want to pick? He
How
is
are we feeling?
no longer stunned.
I think we can hold off on the Herathalt for now. But I would, yeah, definitely heal. Healing Power or Eldath's Grace are we feeling? I think Healing Power should be okay.
Yeah. Boy.
What do you think, Tom? You are the heal.
Boy.
Yeah, Healing Power. Oh, bollocks.
Oh no.
Healing Power and... No, the bollocks was because I moved the notes.
Gotcha.
Healing Power and... Do we want to go full defensive or do we want an offense option here? Oh, actually I should edit.
Martial magic's off cooldown. That was a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, so there's a lot of other stuff because we use 2 ults.
Yeah, it's big. Go big mode.
We went big. He went big mode.
Yeah, he's looking rough because of that absolutely vicious, just destruction. Okay, 34 hit points for Roscoe on healing power.
What if we went big mode again?
How? Well, we can't do it yet because healing power is one of them.
You can still use another ult.
We could.
I mean, these other ones don't necessarily line up. Unless
That's
you want
true, but
Hey, an ancient black dragon has a fuck ton of HP, doesn't it?
It does.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It can also do some nasty shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You would basically be free of taking damage for a round, because even if he dealt damage to you, you wouldn't, like, it would basically be like Druid Wild Shape.
hang on. 5e tools. Ancient Black Dragon.
Yeah, I'm
It's also immune to acid damage,
sure
so,
is.
and you know that he's used one big ability that does acid damage. Let's see if I have a dragon icon.
God.
Time to get scaly. Oh, I don't have. Oh! Is that a dragon? Ooh,
Wagon.
yeah.
Just use a
All right,
picture
what do you
of
wanna do?
Nidhogg.
Yeah, wow, really perfect timing. if you
Yeah,
wanna go
yeah,
dragon.
it is Nidhogg is an ancient black dragon.
If we were to become an ancient black dragon,
Mhm.
yeah,
As one
I don't
does.
know. I don't know that. We would probably be using acid breath, wouldn't we?
It's up to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's 15d8.
Do it. Let's do it.
If you want to do it.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
He gets legendary actions too.
he does, which, I mean, doesn't entirely work here. I mean, unless you want to.
I
You
mean,
only
we
really
may
get
as
to use
well.
it once at the end of his turn.
I mean, we may as well. It's an extra
Yeah, it's a
action.
little.
Yeah,
it's
it
an extra
is.
little bit.
So let me just do this. I want to see if this is the right color, because I can't really tell from the small version of this icon. But let me make sure I have it on token.
Draconic lineage used.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Roscoe go big mode.
We're gonna assume this is Roscoe right now.
Yeah.
All right. So Roscoe, before the Emperor's eyes, just turns into this massive black dragon. In fact, it actually just looks like Roscoe, but with big black dragon scales and wings.
Be dragon.
Water dragons is not just giant scaly dogs.
All right.
Yeah.
That brings us to the Emperor's turn. He looks up at this massive dragon that has appeared before him and even dwarfs him in size. And he is going to. Let's see if he's intelligent. He is not intelligent. He's going to use his fish breath again. So I need Roscoe with his ancient black dragon stats to roll a Constitution save, please.
Oh, that's a plus.
Plus 14 to con.
14.
God.
If you can't beat this, I don't know what to tell you. You do have legendary resistances too.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Yeah. That's 14 plus 14.
Yeah, you're fine. It doesn't even do any damage to you. He sprays you with this horrible fishy breath, and you don't even take the acid damage because you're a black dragon. So you just kind of snort at him and wriggle your nostrils a little bit. That's his turn. If you want to take a legendary action at the end of his turn.
How do we feel about wing attack, lads?
I feel pretty
There are
good.
better flying type moves.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
that's true.
Yeah,
It's
I think
it's
aerial ace is better.
hmm.
Just
So
kidding. Sounds good to me.
if you're looking at pure damage,
Mm-hmm.
tail attack's probably more damage, right?
Oh, is it?
Marginally. Not
Yeah.
really.
But wing attack has
A
potential
status
to knock
effect.
prone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. How do we feel? Yeah, wing attack, lads.
Do it.
Wing attack.
All right, wing attack. So where are
DC
you sending him to?
22. Sending
Where are you gonna
Rocco?
where are you
Or-
gonna make him go to? Because he, as part of a wing attack, the dragon can move half its speed to another spot. So it can move 40 feet in. It can fly 40 feet in another direction.
Where do we want to put him?
You're going to make him go to hell?
In the meantime, Emperor Cackle has to make a dexterity save, DC 23. That's pretty high. What's his DC? What is his dex save? I think it's pretty high because he's a cat. It is pretty high because he's a cat. So he's probably gonna be fine, but we'll find out. Unless I really botch the roll. No, not even close. Okay, yeah, he saved.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Still takes the
figured,
damage.
but
So roll.
2d6 plus 8.
Yeah.
It's only 2d6. 5. 3, 8 plus 8 is 16 points. Half
16.
to 8.
Does he take half damage if he succeeds?
I don't know, does he?
No, it just says must succeed on a DC 23 dexterity save or take bludgeoning damage and be knocked prone. I don't think there's
Oh.
any halved if you
Oh,
succeed, so you don't take any if you.
So
succeed.
where do we want to send Roscoe?
Somewhere where you can shoot a big beam.
We cannot control Dragon Roscoe. Do we want to just have him right there, or do we want to have him back up a bit, like 40 feet?
Go anywhere. He's a dragon.
He can.
He
He's a
can go
dragon.
40 feet anywhere. He can fly anywhere.
Or do you want to keep him there? I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, well, to be fair, he has a really high movement speed, so he can probably close back in
Yeah.
afterward. It doesn't really
Okay.
matter.
Yeah,
where he goes.
we can just keep him there. Blast
Okay.
it right in his face. DC 22 Dex save for
Dex
the cat.
save. Okay. That is a failure.
Sissel.
You want to roll it?
20.
58.
It's 15d8. I think
Acid.
Sissel Red should get the honors
Alright.
to roll this.
Oh,
Whoa,
my
only a
God.
couple off.
He Emperor Cackle ducks at the last second, and it's still like, the beam of acid just flies right over his back and just kind of like gives him a really close shave of like almost like just like a stripe of just bare skin down the middle of his back. All right. Top of the round, Roscoe turns back into a dog. What do you want to do?
Oh, hang on. Quick. Oh, God. God.
It's gonna keep happening.
It is. Let me edit the cooldowns.
Yeah.
Nearly everything is off cooldown.
Yeah.
Everything
This
but
point.
healing power is off cooldown. What do we want? Continue going big mode?
You have 3 left.
Which have we not used yet? The
Verna's.
benediction, mine.
The only other big damage one is Verna's. The other two are supportish.
Yeah, they are. Ready to attack.
Oh.
Hmm.
Is there something we can't make him more likely like
To
inflict?
fail a save.
Yeah. I don't think we have that ability.
I don't think so.
No.
That's okay. I still think we should do that ultimate.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Unless you isn't there a thing that Roscoe can do as a monk? Trying to think. Like, what does stunning do? Doesn't that make you
Stunning
automatically
strike?
fail certain types of saves?
Let me
The
look.
stunned condition. Oh, only strength and dex. Okay, so it doesn't affect con.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, because if it affected con, then you would get stuck in the stun loop.
Forever. Yeah, you're right.
That would be
That'd be fucked up.
that would be messed up on our end, but kind of fun on the other.
I mean, it's
Uh,
not like Falk hasn't done that to us.
It's true.
What? What are you talking about?
It's not like Wraith has never been stun locked.
Nobody in this
Oh,
campaign has ever
listen.
been stun locked.
Listen.
Mm.
That's just because you're all weak.
Wow.
Wow.
Can't help it that I have a bad wisdom. I'm sorry.
It's fine. You'll be fine
Yeah.
next
I'll
campaign.
never make
You're
wisdom my
big-
dump stat. It's actually
You're
not
a
even
big,
my dump
sexy
stat.
wolf, man.
Well, he doesn't even have a great wisdom, but I gave him a trait to make it slightly better.
All right, what do you want Roscoe to do?
God, sorry. We can have.
So keep in mind, Divine Judgment is in addition to Roscoe's regular multi-attacks. So it's just like, it's
Oh.
free real estate. Just, you know.
It
And
is
he'll
free
take
real-
half damage if he succeeds.
So we can do divine judgment. Do we want to add martial magic or insight to it? Which one shall we pop on? Insight is an additional plus, like just an additional 10 damage, like a flat 10 damage.
Do some weird stuff to this cat. I mean, you have done martial magic.
We
you
have
just,
done
you
martial
just missed,
magic.
like 4 out of the 5 hits.
Yeah. Let's do martial magic then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do some weird
And
stuff.
Divine
to this.
Judgment. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Cooldown 3 and used.
Okay. So we'll do that when we get to Roscoe's turn first. Okay, so he doesn't get his fish breath back, which means he's just going to make multi-attacks. Okay. First attack is a miss. Second attack is a natural 20. Third attack is a natural 1. And fourth attack is a total of 14.
That misses.
So only one of those hits you, but it is a natural 20. So you take 24 points of slashing damage from one of his paw attacks. And now it is your turn. First things first, on Roscoe's turn, a giant divine hammer explodes out of the sky and bonks Emperor Cackle on the head. So he has to make a Constitution saving throw. That's a failure.
Stunned, prone, and blinded.
Yup. And also takes 20 d10 radiant damage. So if someone wants to roll that for me, please.
That's a
Patty.
big number.
Patty,
Yeah,
that's,
Patty.
Yeah.
that's your ult.
Oh my god.
All right, so 107 radiant. And then on top of that, he is. I need to get some good icons for this. So prone, stunned, and what was the last one? Blind.
Blinded.
Yeah. So for one round, he is. You have advantage on attacks against him, and then once that gets cleared up, he's also prone. So you actually like have double advantage basically because he's prone. And then he also has disadvantage. And actually, this is kind of silly because all 3 of these confer advantage for you against him.
Triple
Whatever.
advantage.
Triple advantage. Okay. So you get 5 attacks now, and they're all with advantage. And they all get martial magic on top of them.
Okay. Let's go.
1.
1,
That hits.
2,
That one also hits.
3,
That one also hits.
4,
That one also hits.
and 5.
And that one misses. So 4 of those. So roll an additional 16d10
Sicily?
fire. If that's what you want to use. If you want to use your firebolt on those.
Yeah, firebolt.
Okay, so 16d10 because 4 of those hit. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Holy- holy-
Wow.
Oh, he's looking real rough.
Wow, Zowie.
Okay, Jesus Christ, Roscoe. So Roscoe, every time he just strikes the paralyzed Emperor Cackle with a fist, this explosion of fire bursts out from it.
It's like
And this
Artemis'
poor
support fire.
giant kitten that is like prone on its back and struggling. That's Roscoe's turn. Top of the round, which ones is he using?
Let's. Okay. There. Updated. How are we feeling?
Okay. I will say,
Uh,
once it gets to his turn, he will no longer be stunned. He will, however, still be blinded and prone.
Yeah, we do have to get the Tom.
Grab that, Tom. Where did I put? Do we want to keep going hard on the attacks? Or do we want to go back to like the So we could just keep going hard on attacks.
I think we should. I think we should just slam it.
How do we feel about Action Surge and Smite, lads? The two fighters.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's what you're going to do? Action Surge and Smite?
Yeah.
Okay. So top of the round, Emperor Cackle. He is going to get up from prone. He is still, however, blinded, which means that he's going to attack you with disadvantage on all 4 of his attacks. Actually, let's first see if he gets his fish breath back. Nope. So first attack with disadvantage, that's cocked. So that first attack is a 16, so that misses.
Miss.
Second attack is another 16, so that
Miss.
misses. Third attack is another 16, and the final attack would have been a natural 20. Now it is a 24.
That
So
last
that
one
one
hits.
does hit. So that's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning with an additional 2 points of cat charm damage, and
Cat
then I
charm.
need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
Yep, you're fine. Okay, and I'm gonna see if he can shake the blindness. So I'm gonna make him roll a con save. He does not. He got a natural 1, and he's out of legendary resistances. So he's still blind. You see the Emperor kind of standing before Roscoe, flailing about, blindly trying to smack Roscoe with his big paws, and big old toe beans. It is Roscoe's turn.
Okay.
So this is Action Surge plus Smite. So which smites are you going to use first of all? Keep in mind you've got advantage on all attacks, and with the Action Surge, if you're using your bonus action as well, you have 7 attacks.
We could do. Why not stagger? Staggering does 4d6 psychic. Thunderous does 2d6 thunder. And prone wrathful does a d6 psychic.
Yeah, the smites do a lot of damage. The ones that you use your spell slots on.
The 4d6 one is blinding. No, that is
Staggering.
staggering. Blinding is 3d8 radiant. Yeah, let's do. Okay, let's go.
So which are you using the same one on all of them, or are you?
Are we using the same on all of them? Myrna, you are paladin.
Yeah. Okay. So you're just gonna go for the highest damage one, which I guess would be. So staggering with 46 on average is gonna do an additional 14 damage on average. 14 psychic versus blinding, which would be
3d8, so that's
3d8. So that's closer to like
they're,
13 and 14 damage. So they're kind of the
they're
same.
close.
They're the close. It's just how many you want to roll. I think there's one that does a super lot of damage. Banishing Smite does 5d10.
It does, but do we want to ban? I don't think we want to banish him.
Yeah, it's up to you.
We can't. We
I mean, that
can't.
does an average of like 30 damage each strike.
It does, but then we can't like banish smite, and then if he happens to get banished on the first,
It's a concentration ability, so like you can immediately end
Drop
the
it.
concentration.
just pop in and out of reality,
He
smacking.
just popped in and out of reality, getting smacked in the face. God.
We can do that, sure.
It's up to you. I'm gonna leave it up to all of you what you want to do. I'm just telling you what is possible.
Sure.
Okay. So you want to make 7 attacks, each one with a banishing smite on top of it for an additional 5d10 damage,
Here we go.
and you have advantage on all these attacks.
1.
That misses.
2.
No, misses.
Buddy, 3.
Buddy!
4.
That hits.
Oh.
Okay.
So an
Go,
additional
Peg.
5d10 on top of that. 24. Okay, and he
Five.
has the. Let me.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
sorry,
that
I
missed.
forgot
Buddy.
That
about
missed. That misses. So that's 5. He has 2 more attacks.
6.
Oh
Oh,
my
What
god.
is happening?
he hits on that one though. So do another 5d10.
Roscoe can't roll above a 10 tonight. Oops.
24. Okay.
Wow, 24.
And then he needs to make. What is it? It's a. If the attack reduces the target. So this is not even a save for this. If the attack reduces the target to 50 hit points or fewer, you banish it. So no,
Oh.
they don't work.
Okay.
He still has just above 50 hit points. So that's Roscoe's turn. Poor Roscoe. 7 attacks hit with 2. Poor baby.
Yeah.
All right. Top of the round. Which one's he using?
Let me edit.
Roscoe continued to punch this blind cat in the face over and over.
Okay. Edited. Wait, fuck. Martial magic I missed.
Oh.
There.
You don't really have a whole lot of damaging ones right now. You have insight.
We have insight, but should we save that for next round when we have martial magic on top of it?
Mm,
Key points, we have 6 left.
maybe we should try to stun again?
We can try to stun him again, use up our key points, and then use Voice of the Scald next. Do we want to use healing power or the Gothold? Heals everything and gains resistance in the next round. Alright. Okay, Gothold.
All right. So Eldath's Grace.
Eldath's Grace.
All right. So Roscoe immediately heals the fall.
And
Eldath's chorus of celestials comes down and lifts Roscoe up, and Roscoe is healed to full.
in the wrong dimension.
They're dogs.
Okay.
They appear as dogs. It's the Grove Puppers.
It's the Grove Puppers.
All right. So that was one. What was the other one you're using?
What's the other one we want? I would like to stack insight with another one because it's plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
But how do we want to do the other thing? Or how do we want the what do we want for the other one? Bleh.
Mm.
Do we want to uncanny dodge for this, or do we want like
Dragon scales is off.
dragon scales up? We haven't used Eldritch Ward yet,
No.
At
although
all.
we don't. Eldritch Grace is already happening.
Yeah, Eldritch Grace. So Roscoe actually does have resistance to all attacks for the next round.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
that's what Emperor Cackle sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not having a good time right now. Oh, he's actually having a great time. He's having fun.
This is what he wanted. He's
Yeah.
having a great time.
what he asked for. That sounds good.
Okay, so Circle of Power.
Mhm. Circle of Power. Cooldown 3.
Okay. So that's what you're gonna do this turn.
That's our choices this
Okay.
turn.
So Emperor Cackle gets his fish breath back. He's gonna use it. I need Roscoe to make a Constitution save, please,
With advantage.
with advantage. You're so goddamn lucky. Because you would have failed and it would have been really funny. Yes. So once again, the terribly pungent fish aroma strikes Roscoe's nostrils, and he uses his keen monk training to stoically ignore it. And Emperor Cackle just looks very sad that he can't get this attack to work. So no damage to Roscoe. It is. I'm gonna see if the Emperor loses the blindness. Let me do that. No, Jesus. Okay, so he's still blind. Roscoe's turn.
Roscoe's turn.
So he gets. So what are you using? You're using Circle of Power. So it's just straight attacks for
It's
this
just
round.
straight attacks. No,
Mhm.
advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
Uh,
But nothing special added onto them.
no sauce.
No
Oh,
sauce.
sauce.
1.
That hits.
Question. Do we want to stun? He's currently blinded, but
Hmm.
it
It'll
would
prevent him from doing damage to you
Yeah.
if he is stunned.
Actually, no. 3 of these key points are leaving right away, baby, for some vibes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
the vibrations have begun.
Vibrations.
Vibe check.
And do we want to use one? I need 1 key point at least by for the flurry of paws. But do we want 1 stunning strike at least?
I think if he's blind, if it's not necessary.
I'm also thinking.
Also,
Yeah,
we're full.
we are at full health. So, and we have. Yeah, let's just make it hurt.
Just make it hurt.
2.
2.
Rain.
Oh, God.
Miss.
3.
Ooh, there it is. So that's 20 damage.
4.
That hits.
And 5.
That also hits.
Perfect.
Okay. Top of the round. What does Roscoe want to do?
Let me quick edit. Okay. So, insight is off, cooldown. Martial magic is off, cooldown. Bollocks.
Keep doing that.
Because I'm clicking to like help my brain follow what I'm saying,
hmm
or I will not.
Okay.
Voice of the Scald is the last alt, but I kind of want to use that after we've done everything else.
hmm
Um, do we want? How big mode do we want to get? And what flavor of big mode actually? Because we could just go defensive again this round, and Roscoe can use his action to stop the vibrations.
Mm.
And that is like 10d10 necrotic damage immediately. Or we can go other kind of big mode and mix two of the I mean, we can also use like pick two of the more offensive abilities, and then do the stop the vibes at a later turn. Because we like if we pick offensive abilities, they're for his attacks, and like that would use up 2 of his 5 attacks to stop the vibrations. Okay. No, we can't use Circle of Power. It's cooldown in
cooldown.
in 2 turns we can use Circle of Power. We just used it, I think.
Yeah.
We can use Dragon Scales.
Just absolutely ensure that this poor cat can't hit you at all. Between disadvantage and... Alright, so what do you want to do?
Dragon Scales for 1.
Okay.
And what's the other one we want to use? Maybe Eldritch Ward?
You had said,
Wait, what, did I say something else?
You already used one, didn't you?
Which one did I use?
I thought we just used one. No, I'm losing it. Never mind. Ignore me.
It's okay, I've been losing it. Dragon Scales and Healing Power we don't need right now. Sanctuary we don't really need right now because
He has a
Cackle
disadvantage anyway.
already has disadvantage.
I mean, we can use it whenever.
No,
he's
but
pretty low. No, I'm talking to Patty.
okay.
He's pretty low, so I feel like we're only missing out on 2 points if we use it now, which isn't bad.
It would be 4.
What?
Huh?
Wait, it fills it out and doubles it, right?
Yes.
Oh
so
no,
you,
yeah, it would be 2.
You would jump up to 36.
30, yeah. We can use Voice of the Scald.
Yeah.
Voice of the Scald.
All right.
Oh God.
So using the final ultimate
God.
and also using Dragon Scale, so he's plus at 6 AC, and now he immediately jumps up to 36 key.
Yes.
Jesus. All right. Cackle is going to attack Gull with disadvantage. First attack is a 18 to hit. Second attack that got cogged. So that second attack is a 28 to hit. So that hits.
That just hits.
And then the third attack is a 29 to hit.
That hits.
And then the fourth attack is another 29 to hit, but fortunately missed being a natural 20. So 3 of those attacks hit. First attack, 13 points of slashing. Second attack, 12 bludgeoning, 5 cat
Ooh.
damage. And then third is 12 bludgeoning, 3 cat damage. And I need Ross to make 2 con saves.
Okay. Con save. No.
Fail and fail. Roscoe is charmed by the lovely cat and has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Oh no.
It's okay, Roscoe. It happens to the
That's
best of
okay.
us.
So it balances out actually because he would have had advantage, so it's just straight rolls. It is Roscoe's turn, however.
That's fine
Hey,
because he's
Roscoe.
gonna stop the vibrations.
All right, so
DC 20 con save.
DC 20, he succeeds.
Got
So 10d10.
Constantly charmed by a cat. So
58.
I get it.
Necrotic. So Emperor Cackle just kind of doubles over and hawks another hairball out.
No.
That all Roscoe wants to do?
He's gonna use a key point to flurry of paws.
Okay. With straight rolls.
With
3
straight
rolls. Three attacks. That hits. So as Roscoe punches Emperor Cackle straight in his gut with that one final blow, how does Roscoe want to do this?
Yeah.
Yay!
How does Roscoe want to do this?
Really fucking cool.
He does it really cool.
That really doesn't tell me a lot.
No, it doesn't.
Oro?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
As Roscoe stands there before the blind and flailing Emperor Cackle, you watch as the Avatar Stone in the center of his forehead starts to glow, and a number of other apparitions start appearing around Roscoe, and you realize these are all of the other harmonies, the other monk masters who are contained within the stone. Join him as they all unleash a massive flurry of blows, just pummeling Emperor Cackle left and right, and with one final strike, Roscoe just uppercuts the Emperor straight in his jaw and sending him square onto his back. And he just writhes in pain on the ground and yowls and hisses and spits. But he is subdued for the time being. As Cackle falls onto his back and Roscoe moves to stand over him, you hear the Emperor say, well fought, champion. But what will you do now? Shall you strike down? And the Emperor pauses for effect. Your own brother? And
What?
Roscoe backs away and he says, No, that's impossible.
Huh? Huh?
And
Huh?
Cackle laughs and he says, Yes, I suppose it is hard to believe. And then Roscoe shakes his head and he says, No, I mean that's literally impossible. You are a cat. And Cackle reconsiders and he says, yes, I suppose looking back on it, that wouldn't make much sense. Okay,
Jesus Christ.
then
This is a
what
silly
now?
game.
So Roscoe stands and he places one paw on the Emperor's big ol' exposed belly, and he looks down at Emperor Cackle and he says, You will relinquish my pups, and you and your empire shall retreat back into the shadows from whence you came. Never again shall you scratch our posts or take our tennis balls. You have been beaten, Cackle. Relent. And the Emperor slowly rolls back onto his feet, and he says, Very well. You have won this day, champion, and I shall honor my word, but mark me well. You have not heard the last of the Cat Empire.
Oh my god.
And you watch as Emperor Cackle has like a cat toy in his mouth, and he throws it on the ground, and the smoke bomb explodes.
Oh my god.
And then
God.
as the smoke clears, you see he's still standing there.
Oh my
And then
god.
and then he turns around and he starts scampering away with the other cats, and they all just run into the distance over the
They
hill.
make a yowling.
Yeah.
Kinda love this.
And
you
then
know, if they just wanted to play, they could have asked.
This is a weird place.
there is silence upon the battlefield, and Roscoe. You watch as Roscoe moves over to all of you, and then he looks toward his pups, and he starts heading in their direction. And that's when you all start hearing this horrible shouting.
Uh-oh.
And you look behind you, and through the fields, you see this blur of gold fur running in your direction at breakneck speed, foam frothing from her mouth, the rage in her eyes,
Taking several steps back.
as Sadie just blitzes past all of you, knocking you all clean on your asses. But then as she sees Roscoe and she sees her children, her litter unharmed, she calms down. The rage fades from her eyes, and she approaches. And she looks to all of you first, and she says, "Well, thank you for rescuing my kin."
We didn't do very much, to be honest.
Don't tell me it was this deadbeat.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of it at this point.
He basically got superpowers.
It was a one-on-one duel with the Emperor, if you'd believe it.
She pauses for a moment, and she seems to be considering that. Like this is very surprising turn of events to her, and then she looks toward Roscoe, and she sees the 3 pups just tentatively approaching him, having never met their father before. And he kind of lowers himself to the ground and looks at them, and you see his tail wagging back and forth a little bit. And then the 3 of them kind of cautiously approach, and you see their little tails start to wag,
Oh.
and then they start rolling around in the grass. And she walks over to them. She trots on over. And then after they kind of enjoy that for a moment, they get up, and Roscoe is looking very resolute and looking at Sadie and the pups. And he says, "I have not been there for you. I have been a poor father and a poor mate. That ends today. I am no longer afraid of that responsibility. I am sorry, and I will do better. But know this, you are my family, and I love you. I would walk through fire for you just as I would walk through fire for my other family." And he starts to wag his tail, and he says, "I pledge to be there for you." He looks to Sadie, "To honor you." And he looks to his pups, "To care for and teach you. But I still have a duty to the world I have sworn to save. So I offer you my solemn promise. Once that world is saved, I will return. And I will stay with you for the rest of my days. But until that time, I ask that you trust me and believe in me, as I believe and love you." He watches very tentatively. Sadie takes a step forward, and the pups follow close behind her. And she just stops about a foot from Roscoe, scrutinizes him, careful eyes. And then after a moment, she starts wagging her tail as well. And she moves close to him and nuzzles under his chin, and she says, "That's all I really wanted to hear, you big idiot."
Oh.
Oh, the stones, the stones. Who has the...
Roscoe's family surrounds him, and each one is just wagging their tail furiously, and in their warmth, you see him close his eyes. And the stone embedded in his forehead starts to glow with that same warmth, his body bathed in a gentle orange light. And Sadie and the pup step back. A light shockwave of air erupts from around your canine companion, flattening the grass and flowers nearby. The orange glow fades, and you see that your dog companion continues to illuminate with electric charge. Orange electricity arcs across his fur, causing his coat to stand on end with a golden hue. That same orange light flows out of his eye sockets in wispy trails, and that electricity carves new patterns into his fur. You observe bright white lightning bolt patterns streaking across his body. Finally, that glow fades from his eyes back to his kind brown, and he looks to his family once more, and then to his found family. "I am with you until the end." And he looks back to his wife and pups, and he says, "I will return, this I promise you." And Sadie nods, and she says, "Go get him." And with that,
Before we leave, we did make a purchase back in Arcadia. And Ellen brings forth the 2 sending stones that she'd got. She gives one to Roscoe and presents one to Sadie and says, "No matter how far you are, even across different worlds, you'll be able to talk to each other through this. Only about a sentence a day, but you'll be able to speak."
and Roscoe nods, and he says, "I swear I will not abandon you. You have my word." And she just nods, and she says, "We'll be waiting. And I'll hope to have stories to tell your kids about your heroism." And he wags his tail, Roscoe, and he says, "I'm sure we'll have grand tales to tell." And he looks back toward the rest of you, and he walks over to you. "We will return." And that's it. That's what he says. You watch as your awakened companion steps next to you, and his fur just glowing with this golden light.
Did good.
Good boy.
Yes. I think for once I can say that I am a good boy.
Oh.
I want to pet behind his ears.
Oh,
Yeah.
group pet.
Group
Group
pet.
pet.
You all pet him, and you get little static shocks.
Aw.
Static electricity makes your hair stand up.
I don't care.
Like touching one of those plasma balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us return and continue our work. We still have to save your world.
Who's
We
a
do.
good boy? Who's a good boy?
It's me. I know this. Yep.
Can Roscoe roll on his back and then we can rub his tummy?
Do you ask him to do that?
Yes.
No, I don't think this is the time.
Oh.
Right.
I
Let's head home. We have the button to enter the Snapdragon, right?
You do. that's the way you want to take it.
Let's go.
Okay.
We'll bring him back to you soon, alright?
We
You
promise.
better, or I'm gonna come get you.
I
Oh.
believe you.
We believe you.
We definitely don't want to cross you after what we've seen today.
You actually look back toward the Cat Empire camp, and it is just totally decimated. Like there's just cats in various states of like bruises and like bumps and on their noggins, just like passed out cold.
Yeah.
You all stand together, and as you stand among these gently waving white flowers, Sadie and the pups standing nearby and watching you depart, and you use Dr. Walden's device, and the tranquil autumn fields of Roscoe's homeworld fade around you as you are once more brought back to the comforting warmth of the dapper snapdragon.
Oh boy.
I think at that point Roscoe probably drops the avatar form, so he's not causing everybody to have little electric shocks.
Ooh. That's a lot of awakened stones.
We're getting close.
Who's are we missing now? Is it just me?
Alan,
Us.
Goff,
Oh,
you're
okay.
eighth.
Okay.
Shit, y'all.
Shit.
Shit. Shit, fuck.
Shit. Fuck.
Oh, that was such a fun fight.
Yeah,
was
that was
fun.
great.
That was really like a cool little way to have us all helping out when he was doing his duel.
Yeah, I liked that.
All right.
I want like it like unfortunately makes me think about the trauma that we have put Roscoe through, considering he goes to our world where everything like it is able to be bad and terrible and
I
there's
didn't
death
think about
and
that
like
until just now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he didn't know what death was until he came to our world.
Hmm.
The existence of the blue pods is still it still has me going like, oh no. Oh no.
Blue Paw's world was okay. They had to leave for various reasons.
Like the moon.
It wasn't a moon, it was the pale ball. They realized it was too big to fit in any of their mouths, so they couldn't do anything about it.
No.
They came from the world of Pawthara, from the city of Barcadia.
Oh my god.
I had so many puns for this.
Oh my
this
god.
part.
Does this mean they had like a human Roscoe company?
No.
Oh.
No, Roscoe
Roscoe
would
is
have been
special.
like a cool like a monk praying mantis or something.
Right. So
A
with
flea.
yet another, your fourth now
Oh man.
awakened stone, and the days steadily ticking down to the arrival of the pale moon. That is where we're going to conclude tonight's session.
Hell yeah.
Fortunately, I think I finally am beginning to have thoughts about how I want to approach my thing,
Mhm.
so
Mm,
I might have to double check some lore with you, Falk, because
sure.
I'm forgetful and
I
should
have
have
no idea how
taken
we're
better
gonna
notes.
approach my thing. I'm just
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure we can reach out to names.
Wilred.
Wilred.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
almost said Wilfred, which is a character from Knights Errant,
Hehe.
and see what's going on.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot to put Roscoe's new powers into his. Let me do
Oh
that.
shit! I want to see what he can
I
do.
wanna see.
Ooh.
Let me add his stuff. I also have to do some math at some point. I'll do it after the session, but I have to do some math because I don't know how close y'all are to leveling up to level 19. I think you might be close.
Ooh.
But I need to check. Let me just add this to Roscoe's sheet and change the name of it to Awakened Avatar Stone of Balance. Does this all look correct? It is correct. Okay, it's updated.
Wow.
Ooh.
The number of martial arts dice you use on each attack
Yeah, so
doubles?
you know how when he does a martial arts attack, the column on the martial arts column on on the class sheet says like use a 1d10. It's 2d10 when he's in avatar form.
Light speed, quivering palm.
God. He will be so fast.
What?
Whoa. Wow.
Good. It's good. It's good.
This is
Yeah.
a good dog.
It's a
Yeah.
really good dog.
One of the best dogs, I would say.
Good dog
Really,
we
truly.
have.
Stop recording.